Okay, dear students, the next poem from 10th SSC 2.4 second unit rather, and the poem's name is The Pulley. The poem which has got 4-star rating. Considerably, the poem will may or may not come in the papers, but poem has got a very important message, and the message is to respect the power. The message is to respect the greatness of the Almighty, which we all are not able to recognize in our good times, but we remember God only when we feel to, or only when conditions prescribe us. This is where is the greatness, or this is where is the actual respect Lord expects us to give Him when needed. Okay, go through the following images and try to link them with our lives. For example, storm, hardships that we face in our lives. Okay, what does owl? Now every thing that has been given, that is one thing is an owl, then is a rose, trees, clouds, teaches something or the other. Okay, what does owl teaches? Owl teaches something called as complete determination, because at night also, in spite of it being night, owl is extremely determined. What does rose teaches? Rose teaches something called as honor, or you can also have rose teaches us beauty. There is something called as a tree. What does tree teaches us? Tree teaches us life. Things may come and things may go, but a life will go on forever. What does clouds teaches? Clouds teaches strength. Bouquet, a bouquet teaches us something called as honor. River or the stream, what we can say is the hope. Mountains teaches wisdom, and sun teaches us. Mountains teaches us wisdom, and sun also teaches us something or the other. So every time what happens is, as we proceed further, we understand that life is all about genuinities, and life is all about learning from experiences. Now I'll purposely rub this part, because when we have the activity based questions, we'll be revising it again. So at that time, we'll be making sure that we go through this part absolutely well enough. Next one, you may have often indulged in talking to yourself audibly. Oh dear, why didn't I get up sooner? Let me finish this quickly and then I'll be free. Yes. Do we talk to ourselves completely? Yes, we do talk to ourselves. But when we talk to ourselves, the talking to ourselves should come out of maturity. It should come more out of pure understanding of our own self, pure understanding of our own self belief. That's called as, when we can talk to ourselves with question. We should be genuine to ourselves. We should be rational with ourselves and never partial or biased. Okay. Now, monologues have been given. It may or may not come. Don't worry, that's not that a big thing. The next question: the pulley is a mechanical device. Try and write down places where it can be used and for what purpose. Number one, we use pulley at pumping stations. Very simple. Number second, pulley is used even at the wheels and everything. It is also used at motor driving pumps. So this is where water pumps, your pulley is used. What exactly is pulley? Pulley is a controlling factor, or the device which has got rope attached to it, and it controls your entire movement. Let's say we want to draw water from the well. Do we use pulley there? Yes, we do use pulley over there. This is how an example has been set. Next one, pulley. The poem. Again, every poem will definitely have the 5 things that is called as an appreciation for the poem. An appreciation for the poem will get into what? The name of the poem. Again, the name of the poem, number one. Number second, the poet's name. Number third, rhyming words or rhyming scheme of the poem. Number four, figures of speech for the poem. Number five, central idea for the poem. Number six, whether you like or dislike the poem. And last one is favorite lines from the poem. So this is how the poem has to be described in detail. Let's get back. Important about the poet, few lines that has to be important. So first line, George Herbert was a Welsh poet. He was a priest by profession. He wrote religious poems with a lot of imagery and conceits. Next one into, the poem exhibits a strange but two-way relationship between God and his worshippers. God and his worshipper. That's going to be it. लास्ट पैराग्राफ ये इसमें से आपको कंपलसरी एग्जाम में लिखना है. द पुली शोज गॉड लिफ्ट्स मैन टुवर्ड्स हिमसेल्फ with the pulley of restlessness. What is distinctly metaphysical about the poem is that a religious notion is conveyed through a secular scientific image. So, poet is trying to tell that God has conveyed a good thing into us. God has conveyed a message but not just some message with a spiritual understanding, but a scientific message is what God has conveyed. Okay, when God at first made man, having a glass of blessing standing by, let us, said he, pour on him all we can. Let the world's riches, which dispersed lie, contract into a span. So strength first made a way, then flowed beauty, then wisdom, honor, and pleasure. When almost all was out, God made a stay, perceiving that alone of his all treasures rests in the bottom lay. For I should say he bestow this jewel also on my creature. He would adore my gifts instead of me, and the rest in nature, not the God of nature. So both should losers be. Yet let him keep the rest, but keep them with repining restlessness. Let him be rich and weary, that at last, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. What does the exact poem mean now? गॉड ने भगवान ने सबसे पहले किसको बनाया? आदमी, दैट इज इंसान को बनाया. After making a human being, he decided to give human beings everything in his life. जो कुछ भी possible है, all the comforts, luxuries, everything was decided to be given to the human beings. But at the end of the day, after giving everything, God realized that though I have given everything, but still I'm going to make something, or I'm going to keep something with myself. Why am I going to keep something with myself? Is because I don't want to make man, or I don't want to make a human being feel absolutely pride about it, or feel proud about it, that I have everything, I fear no more. No more and to nobody. God said, I don't want human being to fear me, but they should remember me in every good and the bad that has been possible in the lives. And that is where God says, for I should be bestow this jewel also on my creature. He would adore my gifts instead of me. God says, if I gift everything to a human being, अगर किसी इंसान को मैं सब कुछ दे देता हूं, if I'm gifting him everything, then the human being will adore and respect the gifts, but not the person who has given, or the Almighty who has given them. You know, there is a saying in English, we always say, when good happens, we remember ourselves, when bad happens, we remember the Almighty. हम सब अच्छे कामों में अपनों की खुद की बारे में तारीफ करते हैं, लेकिन कभी भी बुरा कुछ होता है तो we think about God. God says, I don't want this to happen. I want you to think about me in every possible ways. Not just think about me blindly, but follow me, because I have been able to give it the best shot to you. This is called as bestow this jewel also on my creature. He would adore my gifts instead of. Is that clear, everybody? And then it has said, let him be rich and weary, that at last, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. Jab everything is given, what is mentioned? But keep them with repining restlessness. Let him be rich and weary. मतलब आदमी के पास सब कुछ हो, कभी सब कुछ नहीं होना चाहिए. I've got everything, but still I have nothing with me. This feeling God purposely wants each and every human being to have. For what reason? The reason is, if there is goodness, then that goodness, or every good thing is happening in the human being's life, in a man's life, then he will not remember me. I want him to remember me, and he will remember me only when the times are trying and testing. Did we understand this, everybody? What is the poem? Yes, so the poem has given a very wonderful message, and the message is that God wants us to at least have his understanding, have his belief at the back of our minds, at least not in our daily life, but remember that we are here because of the Almighty. Our efforts are simple motor to it. If it wouldn't have been for the efforts, if it wouldn't have been the wish of the Almighty, things wouldn't have been absolutely possible. Did you understand this, everybody? What is the poem given? Let's go with the activity-based questions. The activity-based questions, my dear friends. Choose the correct alternatives from the poem. Okay. Herbert's poem, the pulley displays. The pulley displays origins and mortality, spiritual origin of species, origin of earth and space. It displays mortality and spirituality. The summary of the poem, the pulley is to focus on the mechanical operations of a pulley, to teach a lesson to a creation by the God, to know the different gifts bestowed on man by a God, to remind him about his creature. God pulled man towards him by making him restless and weary. Find two correct statements from the given alternatives. First things, to teach a lesson to the creator, that is man, creation by the creator, and second one, to know the different gifts bestowed by the God on human beings. In the poem, the pulley is considered a mechanical device, a gift to mankind, an image to lift objects, an image by which God compels people to become devout. Of course, it is a gift to mankind either, or it can be an image by which God compels people to become devout. More so, it is going to be the first part, that is a gift to mankind, is an example of pun from the poem. Rest in the bottom lay, so strength first made by having a glass of blessing, so both should losers be. So it is going to be strength, rest in the bottom lay. End of the day, everybody is going to die. But when everybody is going to die, but the span in between from birth to death is what is not just our life. God has given us this life. We should be always thankful to God. Okay, that is an example of paradox from the poem. And rest in nature, not the God in nature. Let him be rich and weary as well. Let him be rich and weary is the example of paradox. So is an example of synecdoche from the poem. So both losers be. Let us said he poor may toss him to my breast and beauty flow. So both should losers be is an example of synecdoche from the poem. Dash is an example of alliteration. Made away, bottom lay, repining restlessness. Repining restlessness is an example of alliteration from the poem. Example of inversion. What is the meaning of inversion? When sentences are not arranged in proper order में जब sentences arranged नहीं किए गए हैं, इनको कहा गया है inversion. That is called as inversion. So it should be arranged in a proper order. The rhyme scheme of the poem is, obviously we'll check the rhyme scheme. Does the poem have a rhyme scheme? The poem does have a rhyme scheme. So is it a free verse? It's not a free verse. Man by can. Is man rhyming with can? Yes. Is by rhyming with lie? No. So it's B and C. Man can span. Yes. So again A B A C A A. So what is the rhyming scheme for the poem again, my dear friends? The poem is A B B or A B A B A. Anything which can be possible from your end. The first option is the correct one. Discuss with your group and justify the title of the poem. The pulley. Yes. Who's the pulley here? The pulley is being indirectly referred to God, the creator. And who is being he creating into? The man. That is the creation. Man ko kya kaha gaya hai beta? Is called as the creation. Pick out 3 lines that contain monologues of God. Of course, monologues matlab God is talking to himself as an almighty. If goodness lead him not, yet weariness. First one, this is monologue. For I should say, this is second monologue. Can there be one more? Yes. The one more would be, let him be rich and weary too. So God is talking to himself is an example of monologues. Okay. Pick out 2 lines that contain the following figures of speech. Let him be rich and weary. Okay. Alliteration, restlessness, repining, restlessness. This can be one. Okay. Inversion, what can let him be rich and weary is an example of antithesis, my dear friends. And inversion, so strength first made a way. First way was made for the strength. It's an example of inversion, my dear friends. Okay. Rest in the bottom lay, pun, because it is indirectly being said that end of the day, end of life, you all die. So it's rest in the bottom lay. It's pun identified. God has to say one thing, but it's said in another way. A contradictory fashion of teaching us a lesson is called as a pun. Bestow this jewel also on my creature. Metaphor, because this jewel, that is all the gifts of life, are indirectly being compared to what man is. And rest in nature, not the God of nature. Repetition, because nature and nature are repeated more than minimum 2 times. That is why it is called as. Repetition. So this is what is about the poem. Regarding the appreciations and critical appreciations, you can definitely refer my notes which are there, and obviously there will be any doubts, you can definitely come back to me. This was about our poem 2.4, the pulley. If you go with the further parts, you'll also understand, right? A paragraph and points each given. This all will be covered in the central idea. So who's the creator? God is the creator. Who's the creation? Man. What has God given? God has given all the jewels. Has he kept some jewels with himself? Yes. Why? Because he wants man to realize the value of God. Did we understand this, everybody? Yes, that's it. This was regarding our 2.4 poem, The Pulley, which is going to be there in the examinations for 4 stars with critical appreciation, figures of speech, activity-based questions and rhyming words we have seen. Thank you so much.